Talk podcast, itty bitty podcast. Everybody's talk podcast, it's the itty bitty podcast.
Merry Mini Monday, Chunkies. I'm Carter.
I'm Doz.
I'm Jordan.
And
Dashing through the show.
Dashing through the Doge.
I don't know if y'all heard about. Okay, so it's very interesting. You would think a big studio like Marvel would be able to prevent itself from obviously what has recently happened to them. I mean, it's very minuscule of them, but yeah, they I don't know if y'all heard, but they got caught in the news. What? Can you bring some clarity to Marvel TV?
Yes, sir.
It's shut down, and so I think what's happening is people who have heard WandaVision, all these different things are thinking, oh no, what the heck?
So those are still Marvel Studios.
So Marvel TV is the studio that brought you such hits as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter and things that were on network television to varying degrees of quality. If you're a super Marvel fan, please don't hate me for saying that.
They were going to make they did make a MODOK show, or they were going to make a MODOK show.
They were going to make a MODOK show. They were going to do, I think they were going to do a Ghost Rider spinoff from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There's just that whole arm of things that was not really super part of the movies. The big criticism with that is the one-way connection, right? That was the same criticism leveled against Daredevil and Jessica Jones and the Defenders. Things happen in the movies that influence the shows, but the shows didn't influence the movies because the production timetables are so different. So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is ending after this current season. And with that, I think Marvel just decided, you know what, it's a good time to go ahead and relieve, I believe it was Jeff Loeb, of his duties as head of Marvel Television. And we're just going to roll all of that under Marvel Studios. So your Disney Plus content, that's still coming. Still going to be the exact same as it was
would
promised.
You even say that this kind of move makes things clearer?
This thing makes things so much clearer.
Yeah.
This has been, in my opinion, a long time coming.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that also for me, and this might hurt some feelings, and I apologize, but I don't care about Gotham, the show. I just don't think it's good. Mm-hmm. This is sort of Marvel being like, we're not going to make Gotham anymore. This was sort of, I just didn't care. And so to me, it's nice that they're streamlining and pushing towards things that I think are going to be good.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what this does to the accepted canon. You know, we're in Star Wars right now, so obviously I have a little bit of PTSD from these stories that I've loved.
Sure. Being
immediately classified as legends and then saying, oh, that didn't happen. Instead, Luke got old and grumpy and drank green milk straight from the tap. But I'm interested to see what that does to the canonicity of things like Phil Coulson's return, because that's the big thing with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is how Phil came back to life, and that never really affects anything in the movie. So I'm kind of interested to see what we do from a meta-narrative standpoint.
I think the second half of your statement is the key here. It never affected the movies, so my guess is they say it did or didn't happen.
What a fun what if.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Who runs Marvel Studios?
Kevin Feige.
I thought it was Feige. There's so many names that are usually involved now, especially those that start to, if something's been around that long, something like you start to be put on a pedestal, like Russo brothers. So it's like, there might be a couple people that think, wait, they own it, right? Because their names come up all the time.
They own it.
They kind of do. Can you imagine being Feige and running all of that, like looking at that massive blueprint and how hard that is?
And being recently asked to do a Star Wars movie.
That's what I was about to ask. He is, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I've also heard rumors that they're going to make Jon Favreau kind of the Kevin Feige of the Star Wars arm.
Sold.
I'm okay with that.
Very, very on board with it.
Especially after seeing some of the Mandalorian stuff.
Very on board with it.
So, you know what I think might even be harder than running Marvel Studios? Let's play some extra credit.
Oh, no.
We have a special solo version.
Oh my gosh.
Of extra credit today. For those of you that don't know, this is probably my favorite game. Do I get to say that?
Yeah, me too.
You're allowed to say whatever you'd like to say, Carter.
Because IMDb has some kind of algorithm. Well, I don't say some kind of. They have a whole page that tells you about it. And it's super detailed.
So dismissive. They have an itty-bitty whittle algorithm.
No. It's like, it's how involved these actors are. And that's how their top 4 credits are formed on IMDb. So if you've ever wandered through IMDb, search somebody's name like Samuel L. Jackson, he'll have 4 credits down there. Good luck finding which 4 of those are because of how many movies he's been in. But he'll have 4 down there. That algorithm has said these are his top credits. Well, in extra credit, Jordan and Doge work together as a team.
It's true.
And they have 3 actors from a given movie or series that they get to choose strategically.
Yeah.
To try and find out if they can guess their 4 credits. They get a point for every credit they guess correctly. If they get all 4 of those credits, they get extra credit, and that's 5 points. A total of 15 is possible, and I will flip if y'all ever do that.
We won't.
But you only need 9 to win. And these 2 have won
once.
And we've played extra credit more than once.
A bunch of times.
Many times.
So here we go. Solo's version of extra credit. You have anybody from this movie. I'll specifically say some of the relatively bigger names. I have to say the guy who plays Solo. And that's Alden. Do y'all know how to pronounce his last name?
Ehrenreich.
Edelweiss.
Ehrenreich?
I think so.
Right. It looks like Ehrenreich. Woody Harrelson. Emilia Clarke.
Yeah.
Donald Glover. Thandie Newton.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say the one from, but yeah, that's going to help you.
Yep.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge is L3.
Yeah, I only know Fleabag for her as far as I think it would potentially be in her top 4.
Because it's basically won everything it can possibly win.
I haven't watched it yet, have you?
No.
I'm interested in it for sure.
Paul Bettany.
Oh, yeah, Paul
and
Bettany.
then Jon Favreau. Those seem like your top choices.
Yeah, they are definitely the top choices.
Right
wow,
now. So you'll pick 3.
This is going to be a hard one.
And do remember as well, in extra credit, TV series shows up.
Oh, yeah.
An example I use all the time is Will Smith's number 1 credit on IMDb is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Do you want to do Woody?
Hoodie Warrelson.
Let's start with
Woody Harrelson. Go for it.
I think True Detective's definitely in his top 4.
I also agree with you.
I would be shocked, but I've been shocked before. You want to lock in True Detective?
Yeah, let's try it.
Let's lock in True Detective.
Bing, bing, bing.
Okay.
Number 1.
Okay.
I bet Zombieland is up there.
I also bet Zombieland's up there.
You want to lock in Zombieland? Yeah, I think first one.
Let's lock in Zombieland.
Bing, bing, bing.
Okay.
Number 4.
You think we got a Hunger Games in there?
Ooh.
A little Haymitch Abernathy.
I totally forgot that he was in that. I would say there's certainly a chance.
There's a great chance. I don't like it, but it was huge and big for when it came out.
It was huge and big.
What do you think? Lock it in?
Well, which one though?
Probably the first one.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hunger Games. Lock it in.
Bong Bong.
Okay.
Woody.
One more guess on this one.
Was Woody and Dazed and Confused, or am I conflating that because of...
I think that was Matt.
Okay.
That was Matthew.
Yeah. No, I knew for sure Matt was in it. I just didn't know if I was...
do you think we got a Planet of the Apes in there?
Which one is he in? Third one?
Yeah. War for the Planet of the Apes.
Have we talked about how Matt got that job on Dazed and Confused?
Yes.
I think we have.
Because I think we talked about that during
he was like working at an Applebee's.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And they were like, oh, this is the guy. They hadn't cast that role yet.
There's something glaring that we're missing on
Would you
Woody's.
care to have some more honey chipotle chicken crispers?
That's Chili's and you know it.
Oh, it is. Oh, no.
Got some half-priced abs.
There's something huge we're missing from Woody, and it's going to drive me nuts.
Toy Story.
Wait, do you think 3 Billboards is up there?
Maybe.
That was a pretty big deal.
I mean, yeah.
Was nominated for Best Picture. He was nominated, wasn't he? Because him and Sam Rockwell went head to head for that.
Yeah, he was nominated for Best
I think there's a good chance 3 Billboards is up there.
Let's try it. I mean, could it be Solo?
Oh, I guess it could be Solo.
That is a Star Wars story.
Which one?
I like 3 Billboards better, so let's go with that.
Let's hope it's 3 Billboards.
Yeah.
Let's lock in 3 Billboards.
Bong Bong.
Okay.
I would have guessed that as well. So he was nominated for an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in that. He was also nominated for an Oscar Best Supporting Actor in The People vs. Larry Flint.
Oh, I don't know that one.
That's his number 2. His number 3 is Natural Born Killers.
Okay. Should have known that one.
Yeah.
So we've got 2, which means you are still very much in the game.
Yeah.
You're in real bad shape if you only ever get 1.
Yeah,
for
that's
an
a tough
actor,
one.
especially early. But
That's a tough one.
who's next? We still have Alden, Aaron,
Not touching him. He's not touching him.
Amelia Clarke, Donald Glover,
Emilia, Donald, or Jon Favreau are our best bets.
Paul Bettany, Jon Favreau.
Paul Bettany would be very difficult.
Yeah. We get a free pass with Emilia Clarke.
Game of Thrones.
And I bet Solo is up there for her.
Yeah, I can't think of other movies that she's done though. She's in the one based on that Wham song, Last Christmas.
Yeah, that's this year though, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know the thing of that movie? Like the twist of that movie?
No. Is this going to spoil the movie for people that haven't seen it?
If you're going to go see Last Christmas, please jump ahead. But this is wild and I got to tell Jordan. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. She's received a heart transplant.
Yeah. Okay.
And the guy she's having
it's George Michael.
The guy she's having visions of is like the guy who used to have her heart or something like that. I read it briefly and was like, That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
If I'm wrong, let me know. And welcome back, everybody who's going to go see The Holiday Treasure last Christmas.
The day after her surgery, she gives it to someone else. The very next day.
The very next day.
What do we got, boys?
I think Donald Glover.
Okay.
Are y'all set on that?
Yeah.
Because there's been times before that I've noticed that one of you is set on it and the other one's not. And then you get in there and you're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's okay. So Donald Glover, we've got a great chance. Community, Atlanta.
They're definitely, Atlanta's at least up there. I bet Community's up there. I bet Spider-Man Homecoming's up there.
Oh yeah, he is in that. The Lion King.
Yep.
He's Simba. Let's try it. Yeah, let's try Donald Glover.
Just want to do a straight run at those. Was he in something else animated? Was he the voice of somebody in something animated?
I mean, The Lion King.
Besides that. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, let's try it.
Let's take a run at it.
Let's do Donald Glover.
Start with Atlanta. It's got to be.
Bing, bing.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Number
Make
2.
sure you say lock it in. Sorry, I did that too.
Lock it in.
Atlanta, lock it in. Do you want to, if it's number 2, do you think Community's number 1? Oh, writing credits can end up there, and he wrote a lot of 30 Rock.
Oh, man. I bet 30 Rock's not up there.
Probably. Do you want to go Community?
Yeah, let's try Community. Lock it in.
Okay.
Bong, bong.
Oh, man.
Woof.
2 more guesses.
You want to try Lion King?
Lock it in.
Bing, bing. Number 3.
So I think Spider-Man Homecoming could be up there.
He's such a tiny role in that.
Solo, honestly, could be up there.
Yeah.
He's Lando. I mean,
let's try. You want to try Solo? I feel comfortable trying Solo.
Let's try Solo.
Lock it in.
Bing, 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 bing. Number 1.
Okay.
So that was your last guess. So you're
okay.
you're up to 5 points. You kind of have to get this next one.
What did we not get for him?
You got Solo, Star Wars Story, number 1. Atlanta, number 2. The Lion King, number 3. The Martian, number 4.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. That was great, though. You did really well.
The Martian's really good, by the way.
It's so good.
Dude, I haven't seen it.
Really?
I know.
Oh, my gosh. It's great.
I want to read the book, too.
Okay, guys, we've got one more actor, and you got to get him perfectly. Who's it going to be? Jon Favreau, Emilia Clarke, Paul Bettany.
There's no chance we get any of them perfect.
I'm always willing to help a little bit. Do you want me to tell you what I feel like would be the easiest one?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, guys, I've looked at all the credits here.
Okay.
And I would think that Emilia Clarke and Jon Favreau are your best bets.
Yeah.
Tough thing about Emilia Clarke is I'm afraid there might be a credit in there that will not come to you. Like you have not thought of.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to go perfect, perhaps Jon Favreau is the place to be.
The thing about Jon Favreau is he's got so much behind the camera credits too. Like things like he did The Lion King this summer. And you know what I mean? Like
that's true. You probably have more givens with Emilia Clarke.
Yeah.
There's a romance movie Emilia Clarke did that I can't think of the name of that I would bet is in that.
Was it called One More Day? I don't know. I'm just.
Do you want to go with? So I guess it's essentially a choice with someone who has way less credits and at least 1 or 2 definites, or someone who has hardly ever done anything bad, and you'll at least know of everything he's ever done to be able to pull from.
I'm going to go Favreau.
Favreau.
Okay. Yep. So right out of the gate, my guess is Swingers is in his top 4.
What's the movie called? Chef?
Chef is probably in his top 4. Well, he's done a lot.
I know. There's going to be some Marvel stuff in there.
I hope.
Because he's happy. So probably Iron Man, if I had to guess. Because he both directed and was a supporting actor in that.
Pretty big deal.
You want to lock in any of these?
Yeah. Which one? Iron Man?
Oh, gosh. Is there one we feel more confident on than Iron Man? Because Happy Hogan himself, the character, will be in there, but I don't know which movie.
I feel like there's no way Swingers isn't in his top 4.
Okay.
It's like that launched him and Vince Vaughn, basically.
Yeah. Let's try it. Swingers, lock it in.
Bing, 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 bing. Number 2.
Yeah. Number 2. Elf wouldn't be in there, would it?
I was about to say, he is the doctor in Elf.
And the director of Elf. Same reasons we're giving him Iron Man 1.
Did he direct Elf?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I mean, I think Iron Man is a bigger deal than Elf.
I agree, but Elf is pretty huge.
Yeah.
Chef was also a big deal.
It was.
People like Chef.
Let's lock in Chef. I feel confident about Chef.
Okay. Bing, 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 bing.
Oh.
That's huge. It's number 1.
Okay. Good call.
Ooh.
You'll have a shot to win extra credit with an exact 9 points.
Iron Man could definitely be in that. If we're confident that it's a Marvel.
Oh, no, you would have 10 points, actually.
So we only need to get one more?
No,
you have to get both.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Was he in Freaks and Geeks? I feel like everybody was in Freaks and Geeks.
Jason Segel was. I don't know that he was.
Okay.
He had some roles in like Friends, but I don't know that it's big enough to be
No.
in his top 4.
So what are our options? Elf, Iron Man. Are we allowed to ask if they're acting or producing credits?
Oh, good question.
And if you tell me no, you can also say no, we're not allowed to ask that.
What do you mean by producing?
Like,
is he on the screen? Are these roles he has played, or is this behind the scenes stuff that he has done, like producing or directing?
You want that as a collective question for the last 2 guesses that are there?
is that what you mean?
Yeah. Can you answer that?
I mean, it's both.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that it's both for both.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that helps you at all.
It does.
It could be one or the other. It could be both for one and one for the other. Yeah. Lion King was a big deal.
Yeah.
Iron Man, I feel like has to be in it.
Lock in. Iron Man. Lock it in.
Bing, bing, bing. Number 3.
I wish we'd gotten that wrong because there'd be way less pressure on this 4th guess.
The Lion King was huge.
Do you want
Elf
another
was
hint?
huge. Yeah, sure.
You have not mentioned
specifically
this one.
That could mean it's another Marvel.
It could be another Marvel. It could be Spider-Man Homecoming.
You think Homecoming over Far From Home? He plays a bigger role in Far From Home. Would that be in his top 4 already? Would that have gotten there yet?
Lion King was in Donald Glover's.
It's true.
That's more recent than Far From Home.
Pretty big role in Far From Home. Pretty big role in 3, actually. Iron Man 3, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, huh?
Favreau would have been a pretty good box office ball player, wouldn't
He would have been.
I don't know if I'd give him a directing. I don't think.
Was he involved in Wedding Crashers?
I don't know.
It just feels like he would have been.
Of these that we've mentioned, Far From Home feels like the most likely candidate. But
we hadn't mentioned it by name.
And we hadn't mentioned it.
And he was specific to say by name specifically and not just like we hadn't swung anywhere close to it. I'm comfortable locking in Far From Home.
Spider-Man Far From Home, lock it in.
Bong bong. Endgame. Endgame, yeah. I think it's because it's the highest.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, frick.
That was great though, guys. That was very good. 8 points. Just fell short. See, it's a great game, but y'all just feel so understandably so deflated. I should save extra credit for the last thing that we do.
Yeah, I need a pick me up. And that pick me up is going to be that I brought Christmas presents for you both.
We doing that now?
I'd love to.
And then we've got to rank you very much after this.
Yes.
That's a big deal.
I'd love to. Now, what I'm going to need to happen before you open them, they are wrapped with your names.
Yep.
What I'm going to need for you to do.
I need you to wrap our names because they're wrapped with our names.
It's White
Doja and Carter,
and I go
here
first
to do. They are identical.
Oh, okay.
Now, what I'm going to need you to do before we open them is think back over our year to things that have been mentioned and in passing, or things that have been mentioned in tangents or what have you. And then what I'm going to need you to do is
have a couple guesses.
Hide your present underneath the table so that if one of you opens it faster, the other one can't see.
Okay.
And now you may open your gifts.
All right.
Are you going to tell us when we reveal them?
Yeah.
Wait, we're looking at them as we open them underneath.
Yeah. What?
Whoa.
What? Where did you find this?
Amazon had them on DVD only.
Avengers of Justice.
Farce Wars. This is the movie we talked about
is
8 months ago.
Different level of excited than I anticipated being.
There's been a disturbance in the farce. Will legendary crime fighter Superbat rescue his children from the evil forces of Dark Jokester and Lisp Luthor before they are turned to the naughty side of the farce? With the help of incredible yoga master, Beaverine, El Capitan, and a handful of other superheroes, Superbat must save the world and restore balance to the farce before it's too late.
So I don't remember the context in which we spoke of this movie, but we had read that
I think
synopsis.
it was during a yes or pass.
That feels right. That day, I made a note in my phone for December 6th, 2019 that just said, buy copies of Avengers of Justice Farce Wars, and then forgot about it until December 6th.
I'm kind of impressed by the cover art.
It's better graphic design than I would have expected.
I had to go through like a third-party Amazon seller because the only one that Amazon had originally was like region-free, kind of like from like the European DVD version, basically.
Ooh.
Can we say on Monday we'll share the cover of this for everybody?
Oh yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
It looks.
This guy's a
real
wrestler,
bad.
by the way. The guy that looks like a Hulk elf mixture.
Hulk Yoda. I think he's Hulk Yoda.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Wow.
That's amazing. This is quite the gift.
You've given us.
I thought it was either
sure.
going to be a Lautner series, like it's all three of his like best films,
like a box set of Lautner.
or the Goofy movie. Like I thought you bought the Goofy.
That would have been good.
It would have
too.
made sense if Doge already had that. So, man,
Wow.
while the wind is in our sails,
Wow.
let's go ahead and do a rank you very much. Possibly the most controversial and important one we've ever done. But I would love
Probably the one I've had the most practice doing because I've answered this question several times in other conversations.
Because we are doing the Star Wars series and we are anticipating the Rise of Skywalker, which I think it'll be fun once we review that. Where let's come back to this and say where it ends up on our list. Probably on the Tuesday episode, so we're not spoiling anything.
On a re-rank you very much.
A re-rank you very much in the middle of a Tuesday app. And so do we want to start at the bottom in each share and then go to the top, or start at the top and go down?
Top to bottom.
Okay, and so we're going to start at our number one spot. So we ranked all of our, it's the Skywalker Saga. Is that what we're calling the 9 movies? But
the episodes.
We're just ranking 8. That means Rogue One and Solo are exempt.
Not in this.
Because our opinions on Solo might be a little spoily for tomorrow's episode.
Exactly. And so we'll start with number 1. Guys, my number 1 is not what I thought it would be when I walked into this. But my number 1 is actually A New Hope. It's my favorite of the Star Wars movies. And do we want to talk a little bit about how, I mean, I guess it's, if you've listened to this series, you know how we're rating these. I mean, it's like a collective movie viewing experience.
If you wonder why any of them are the place that they are, go back and check out our episode on that movie.
New Hope is a number 1 for me.
I like that.
Empire Strikes Back is my number 1.
Empire Strikes Back is also my number 1.
Gotcha. My number 2 is Empire.
My number 2 is A New Hope.
My number 2 is The Force Awakens.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's totally fine because
I love that
The
movie.
Force Awakens is my number 3.
Okay.
So it's in my top 3. It made my top 3.
I dig that.
Number 3 for me is Revenge of the Sith.
Number 3 for me is Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. That'll be spicy here.
Yeah.
So here's where it gets spicy because we need to talk about, again, just to revisit, if anything.
I just realized that's one from each trilogy for me.
During this series, we talked about how there's something about the first one you saw in theaters that has this magical effect. Y'all, Phantom Menace is my number 4.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
My number 4 is Phantom Menace.
Number 4 for me is Return of the Jedi.
Number 4 for me is Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, my number 5 is Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Number 5 is The Force Awakens for me.
Number 5 is A New Hope.
Okay.
And I got to be clear. My top 5 all there's a gap here after the 5th.
Yeah,
so like
same here.
I love A New Hope. So
sure.
Once I get past 5, there's a pretty big canyon.
6 is Attack of the Clones for me.
6 is Attack of the Clones for me.
6 is The Last Jedi for me.
Okay. Gotcha. So 7 is The Last Jedi for me.
7 is The Phantom Menace for me.
7 is Attack of the Clones for me.
Where was Revenge of the Sith for y'all?
Revenge of the Sith was my 3rd one.
My 3rd one.
That's my least favorite Star Wars movie.
Are you serious?
8th. Revenge of the Sith is 8th for me.
Episode 8, The Last Jedi is 8th for me.
Yeah. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace is 8 for me.
That's so
It's still the weakest one for me.
So let's do, maybe for our listeners who are super episode savvy, let's just do first place to last place, just quickly saying the episode number so we can get a kind of a sense of everybody's spectrum that they're running down from first place to last place.
These are different.
Gotcha. Okay, so for me, that means New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Force Awakens, Phantom Menace, Return of the Jedi, Attack of the Clones, The Last Jedi, Revenge of the Sith. So my order is 4, 5, 7, 1, 6, 2, 8, 3 in terms of episodes.
Cool.
For me, it goes Empire, A New Hope, Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, The Force Awakens, Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace, and The Last Jedi. So my numbers are 5, 4, 3, 6, 7, 2, 1, and then 8.
For me, it goes Empire, The Force Awakens, Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, A New Hope, The Last Jedi, Attack of the Clones, and The Phantom Menace. So that's 5, 7, 3, 6, 4, 8, 2, 1.
We're pretty similar at the top, and then it gets wild.
Honestly,
at the end. That's weird.
I think, and we're going to talk more about this when we review, because I want to spend a lot of time on our Mini Monday before we talk about Rise of Skywalker. just to talk about how we view Star Wars as a whole. Because this will be the first time we get to look at it as a whole.
Yeah.
But honestly, I love this about Star Wars. I am learning that it is so all over the place. And I think that is so fun.
Yeah.
And I think that also lends a little bit of ammo to be like, hey, don't get real offended if someone doesn't have your opinion. Like, I feel like the three of us have relatively similar opinions on most movie making and just watching movies. And then you jump into something like Star Wars and it's all over the place.
Exactly.
And that's totally fine. Like, I think there should be more room to have conversations about Star Wars without things getting too heated. And it's fun. Like, it can be heated in jest and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just don't think you get that in other series. Either you're not going to spend the time to rank them because no one's like Fast. So Tokyo Drift, 4, 8, 7. I just don't see that ever happen. And then there's other things that are just because there's already something written about it, like Lord of the Rings. It's almost collectively viewed.
Yeah.
But Star Wars doesn't really get to be collectively viewed because we've had so many different players. And so I just think it's so fun.
Yeah.
And so that's fun to go through that.
Yeah, that's great.
So to close this episode, so we're getting into Oscar season. Okay.
The Grouch.
Into Academy Awards. So to end this episode, I want you to take last year's Oscar winner, Green Book, and place it on this Star Wars list in terms of movies. Okay. So I'm Carter, and Green Book goes just ahead of Revenge of the Sith for me. And so that would mean it is, out of 9 movies now, 8th place.
I'm Doge, and I think that Green Book is a better Star Wars movie than Star Wars The Last Jedi. So it's also going to go second to last place for me.
I'm going to put Green Book after The Last Jedi, but ahead of Attack of the Clones for me. So that's going to put it right at 7th place out of 9. Mostly just because for me, that just kind of shoehorns Mahershala Ali into the Star Wars universe, which I'm always fine
I was just
with.
about to say, like, that kind of, I never had viewed him in the Star Wars universe until now.
What if he was Phasma?
That'd be dope.
So hear me out. Kylo takes off the Kylo mask.
Yeah.
Adam Driver takes off the Adam Driver mask. Mahershala Ali takes off the Mahershala Ali mask.
God.
Warwick Davis. He's now in all of them.
Takes off the Warwick Davis mask. It's Old Man Jenkins from the fair, and he would have gotten away with it
If
too.
it weren't for those meddling kids.
And the little dog, too.